Valayre, resident theater critic at SDNN, here at the San Diego Opera with French soprano Sylvie Valayre, who is starring in Nabucco, the first local production of the Verdi opera in nearly 30 years. So, let's set the stage here, Sylvie, okay? The opera is set in 587 BC. Nabucco, which is short for Nebuchadnezzar, is the king of Babylon, and you are one of his daughters, Abigail.
Yeah, supposed daughter.
Supposed daughter. She is a warrior, a jealous sister, a power monger, and one might say something of a monster. So, no, sorry, I'm so sorry. Don't take it personally. So how does she set the opera's action in motion?
Well, she's not a monster. I want to answer that. She's a very, very unhappy girl.
Okay.
She doesn't know she's been adopted. She feels it. She feels like, you know, all kids at a certain moment think they've been adopted.
Right.
When they fight with their parents, say, well, I'm not your kid, blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly what she feels. The only thing that is true, Nabucco is not her father, or maybe he's her father, we don't really know, but her mom at least was a slave, at least her mom. We don't know.
So that denies her of some of her rights as the older child.
A lot of them, especially the throne. And moreover, her blooming younger sister stole her love. So she's in love with a guy who's not only is in love with her sister, but also he's a Jewish ambassador. So that makes a lot, you know, for her. Like having an enemy, being in love with an enemy who's not in love with her, but in love with her younger sister, who's the favorite of daddy. And you call me monster?
Well, you take some pretty aggressive acts in response to all of those
because
events.
You know, it's true she's not a really nice character, but I mean she has some good reasons. And in the end, well, in the end she converts to Judaism and she kills herself because she's been so mean. So what? I mean, she's not.
Well, that doesn't mean she wasn't mean. She was mean.
Yeah, okay, it's like Lady Macbeth, though.
Well, she's not a very nice person either.
No. Maybe she had good reasons. We don't know her background, really.
But the rumor has it is that it is such a demanding role vocally that not just anybody can do it, and obviously not just anybody wants to do it.
Yeah, but so is Trovatore, so is Macbeth, so
you don't think it's more than any of those?
No, I mean, I don't sing Lucia because I have a lower voice than Miss Sutherland. But I have the same kind of extension as Miss Price. I'm saying extension, unfortunately not the same voice, but that's it. And and I don't figure out why they wouldn't sing it. It would be very interesting. Anyway, I'm crazy and I sing it.
But the difficulty of finding people who sing it and sing it well has also been apparently the reason that the San Diego Opera has not done this opera.
Did you ask Ian?
Yes, Ian said that because both the roles of Nabucco and Abigail are difficult to cast and find people who really sing it well, and he thinks you really sing it well.
He never told me that.
Well, I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, good.
Now, Nabucco is early Verdi.
Yeah.
He wrote it in 1842. Do you think that his youth shows in the opera relative to his later works?
Yeah, because the way he wrote for the voice is really tricky. And that according to me, it shows a little bit that he didn't have yet the maturity in the writing. It's so dangerous. But the interesting thing is that the way he wrote it is also showing the, can you say bipolar? Like somebody who's very
highs
happy.
and lows,
Yeah? Can you say that? Bipolar?
Yes, that's the word.
Character of Abigail. Because sometimes she's very enthusiastic, she's going to war, she's going to, maybe by winning war, she's going to win daddy's love, and then it doesn't work.
So she has had peaks and valleys.
And maybe that's how Verdi described it. If I'd be a composer, that's what I would do. I would like try to describe or paint the feelings that way, like.
You know, having sung Abigail so many times, do you find something new in it with every production? And does it get easier or more challenging as time goes on?
Depends. It's a good question, I must say. It's both, in a way. It depends on both maestro and stage director. The conductor I have now, Mr. Muller, is flexible, and he allowed me to invent cadences in the how do you call it, the second verse of the allegro, of the cabaletta, because we do it twice, same with the baritone, etc., and the bass. We do it twice, and so if we do it twice, we shouldn't do it exactly the same way, otherwise it's really boring.
So you have some flexibility in doing something you haven't done before.
Yeah, I've done it elsewhere, but with other cadences. So now I'm rewriting all my cadences. And I was almost late this morning because I was completely involved in those blooming cadences and writing them and blah, blah, blah. And it's very interesting. Mr. Manzouri just gave me new clues to the character of Abigail.
Really?
I never thought of. Because the first thing I told him is, okay, she is the daughter of a slave, and it says it's plural in her text.
Ah.
Prole Abigail di schiavi, not di schiava or di schiavo. So it's plural. So the way it's written, it could mean that both her parents were slaves, or that her ancestors were slaves, but maybe just from the side of the mother, if we admit that Nabucco, as Lotfi said, could be her father, and he could have had her through one of his concubines. And I never thought of that. I told him, why did Nabucco adopt the child of slaves? Why? And he said, well, maybe because she really is his daughter, but he didn't have her with the queen, but with one of the slaves.
So you never thought of that? Does that bring something different to the right for you?
Yeah.
Because then she does have some rights, some royal blood, some
no rights, but
no
royal
rights,
blood.
But I mean, in her own mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the point is that this sister of hers is of complete royal blood, and that even it is worse for her, because she won't have the throne. She won't have anything.
So what do you think that audiences will especially like about this production?
Well, it depends. It's
besides the fact that they haven't seen it here in 30 years, which is exciting in itself.
Well, it depends on the public. That's what I would say. If we have a public that likes Cecil B. DeMille or William Wyler, like Ben-Hur and Ten Commandments and Gladiator or whatever, then I think they would adore this production, because it's very classical, extremely beautiful, very elegant.
So you made your San Diego Opera debut here last year in Tosca.
That's it.
So now that you're back, what are you going to do in your off hours to enjoy San Diego?
I need somebody to make me visit, because I have no sense of direction at all, apart from the stage. So once you put me on stage, I know where to go. If I'm backstage, I really don't. And if I'm in a car, it's even worse.
Well, look for Sylvie Valayre in the shops, strolling the beach in Coronado, and wreaking havoc on stage in the San Diego Opera production of Nabucco at the Civic Theater. I'm Pat Lauder for SDNN.com.